Welcome traders, Patrick Head Trader, Trading123.net. In this video, we're trading crude oil here on March 31st, 2020. We're still in the coronavirus oil plunge phase of trading as oil went from over $50 a barrel down to this $20 support. So usually the ranges are pretty tight when oil gets down to this low. In fact, it hasn't been down this low. Last time it went down to like 23 a couple of years ago, and I think this is new historical lows. So basically oil has tested 20 support for the past week and pretty much has held and always bounced back and moved back up over 20 if it dipped below. And we're going into the last half hour of trading here, so there's usually a lot of position traders that come in and will start buying the lows during the half hour going into the close of crude oil. And it's a very profitable time to trade crude oil. So we come here around 2 o'clock. We're looking at the charts on crude oil. It held the 20 support, and we're looking for it to get a bounce. And as you see, we're trading 3 contracts, a stop of 20 due to the volatility being a little higher. Goal of 400, loss of 320 we're risking. So we're trading 3 contracts. The trend change, the Autotrader gets long during this fast market. We get a print of 2054. And our first target is 8 ticks away, 2062. We lock in some profits. The second one out at 2067, so we're halfway to our goal. And then the runner gets out at 2071, and with some slippage we get out with $380 profit. So that's a nice tally to the daily profits going into the last half hour of trading crude oil. Now you got to ask yourself, well, okay, does the oil have more uproom? Should I keep trading, or should I take my funds and come back the next day? It's totally up to the trader to decide. Now if you've been trading less than 3 years, take the money and run. And so this is where you got to look at the chart and say, well, what's the potential? You know, maybe I can just get another $100, $200 trade and be done for the day. You know, where's crude going to go? Where's resistance? Where's support? So we reset the strategy and left the settings the same, and we're going for another trade. So we reset the strategy rather quickly, as we thought crude was going to go up to 21. And so this is when our other one ended, in this 1409 time frame where we hit our goal. So we start the Autotrader in uptrend. Here's the dotted line that shows when we started every day. And the market gets a little pullback, and we're trading smaller profit targets. And basically they're hit, first and second target. So we're halfway to our goal, and then we get a reversal. And it gets long here at 2072. And up it goes. First target hit, and then the last 2 hit on the runner. And we lock in another $380 profit. And that's pretty good price action going in to the last half hour of trading to accomplish something like that. So in trading, it all involves of when to trade. When is the most potential time to trade? And right now, crude oil last half hour is working pretty good, and it has been. So are you going to sit there and stare at the monitor between 11:45 and 1:15 and say, where's it going? Going nowhere. Chop City. So this is a high percentage time to trade between 2 and 2:30. So you want to trade those high percentage time frames, as that's where you have the most major moves. The most major moves happen very quick And this trade was over in 4 minutes, 5 minutes. 409 to 418. Yeah, about 8 minutes, give or take. And that's what you want. So now we decided, okay, crude has peaked here. What are we going to do? Are we going to do one more trade, or are we going to take our money and run? If you've been trading less than 3 years, take the money and run. You're 2 for 2 here. Don't want to give much back. So we elect to keep trading, do one more trade going into the last 5 minutes between 14:25 and 14:30. As we know, crude is probably going to pull back after running up into resistance near 21. So let's look at the next trade. And here's the run up. It sold off some after our trade, and we elected not to trade that. Like I said, we're going off for the last 5 minutes. So it gets a little bounce here, and this bounce is weak as it didn't go far. So we start the Autotrader in an uptrend. I mean, it could have zinged up here to 21 and beyond, but it failed. So on a trend change, it gets short 3 contracts, which we trade every day. Still using the same stop, but we upped our goal to 600 instead of 4 due to the fact that in the last 5 minutes, crude could ramp up 20 to 40 ticks. So we left our targets the same. First target hit, second target hit, which we actually moved down. We had our first 2 targets at these green dash lines, but on the sell-off I brought it down some to lock in further gains, and then our trail stop got us out right here on the reversal, and then it went long at 2043, and I thought for sure it was going to ramp up to the 2080 area, but it stalled out. Not today, not going to happen, but we ended up with $470 profit right into going into 230. So first 2 targets hit, some gains, and it stalled out at the 2060 area. If you look to the left, always look left. This is a resistance area. Didn't have enough volume to push it through it. If we would have got out at 2060, we would have had another 9 tick profit, but on the pullback, our trail stop got us out, and we take the money and run. Day's over. Come back and repeat the next day. So in trading, you always got to analyze, where's the next move going to happen? Okay, we just had this up move. Well, how far is it going to go back? Well, crude is holding support at 20. It's not really going to sell too far down. And then it does a little sell-off in last 2 minutes of trading is when all the big hedge funds come in and trading firms, and they buy up their shares and hang on overnight and pray that the price doesn't go down below 20. And so like I say, always patterns repeat, and this is a pattern that repeats going into the last half hour of trading the crude oil. So study this video, take some notes, and put a plan together to put it into your trading, and you will see these high percentage trades that happen each day in crude oil. So good luck with your trading. Hope you enjoyed the video. Subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter, and we'll see you next time. Be safe during this virus epidemic that is going around. Till next time, this is Patrick from Trading123.